Right now at 6, heavy rain floods parts of Kansas City, causing multiple water rescues.
And we've got our own scattered showers and storms out there, but leading to an absolutely gorgeous sunrise. We'll have a look at your forecast coming up.
Plus, Mocan Dragway plans to blow out the candles on its birthday cake at 200 miles an hour.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News. It's 6 a.m. I'm Elise Snowy.
And I'm Chris Warner. It is now finally Friday in the 4 states, July the 18th, and it has been hot here lately. It's been soggy here lately.
Has.
And regrettably, it's only going to get hotter. We are really going to start to feel the whole July heat situation over the next several days. But we also have some storms this morning we got to get through. We're going to start with a live look from outside downtown Pittsburgh. We've got a pretty decent sunrise. Our camera at 7th and Range Line in Joplin's kind of getting those colors a little better there. But you can see that we have some clouds. That's off the leading edge of some showers and storms off to the west. MoDOT camera 32nd and Range Line looking good so far as well. So here's the Skywatch storm tracker, and you can see where the bulk of the rain is stretching through parts of southeast Kansas and into northeastern Oklahoma. So we'll start there. Chanute, you had some heavier rain, but these showers are beginning to dissipate. I'm going to talk about that here in just a moment. We go south of Erie around Thayer, down toward Parsons, Mountain Valley, Oswego, getting some showers and some thunderstorms. Coffeyville, south of Independence, back towards Sedan as well. And we do now have a flood warning for Chautauqua County through 10 o'clock this morning because these storms aren't moving a lot, and they've jumped a lot of rain, especially across parts of Chautauqua County. So watch out there, and remember, turn around, don't drown. And then we go back into Washington County and back toward Lenapaw, Nowata, Veneta getting some heavier rain. That does include parts of the Will Rogers Turnpike. And then we've got additional storms that are trying to get organized west of Skiatook toward Pawhuska and Hominy back into Osage County, northwest of Tulsa. These little guys, they're trying. I don't know that they're going to succeed, but they certainly are trying to get going out there. Again, no severe weather expected. We're not even anticipating strong storms. We are getting a fair amount of lightning with these, but as you also note, see the southern half of it, it's starting to already weaken and dissipate. The northern edges here that were somewhat organized, especially again around Chanute, also having a hard time. So that goes into the forecasting side of it. The computer models are having a hard time with these storms as well. Some of them suggest they're going to last, they'll survive long enough as they move east to last through about noon, maybe even as late as 1 o'clock. Some believe that they'll wrap up maybe by 11, and there's others that think that they're going to wrap up here in the next hour or two, because there's just not a lot to work with for these storms. We had them yesterday. We had some overnight as well. So we'll just kind of have to see how this plays out exactly. And also, we'll just want to watch some of these little showers and storms developing back to the southwest and see if they can kind of get together on their own and maybe bring some storms through the morning. So again, a lot to keep an eye on there. No severe weather expected. Just got to figure out exactly what these storms want to do with us this morning. Now, this particular future track is one of the ones that believes these storms are done by about 11 a.m. So that's why by noon there's just a couple of showers out there. We'll have skies mostly cloudy initially, and then they'll begin to clear out by late afternoon into the evening and overnight hours. Quick look at temperatures for you. 72 Joplin, 72 Pittsburgh, and around the region we're cooler than yesterday, but still above normal with the exception of Monette. We've got low to mid 70s. Chanute is the warm spot right now, sitting at 76 degrees. We into the upper 70s by 9, mid 80s by noon, and you're heading for highs into the low 90s. South breeze 5 to 10, and heat index values today approaching 105. So make sure you're staying hydrated and taking breaks if you do have to be outdoors. We're going to keep an eye on these storms for you, and we'll talk about the excessive heat really that's on the way over the next several days here in just a few more minutes. Elise?
All right, Chris, thanks. Well, across Kansas City, Missouri, torrential rainfall has triggered dangerous flooding. Early yesterday morning, fire crews performed 18 water rescues for people stranded in their vehicles. Since late Wednesday, more than 5 inches of rain has fallen across Kansas City, marking one of the wettest days on record in July. No injuries have been reported. First responders managed to save a 4-legged resident from a house fire yesterday in Montgomery County. Reports of a structure fire at 6234 County Road 2300 came in around noon. Neodesha Fire Department rescued a dog from the house and provided a pet oxygen mask. The dog was taken to a veterinarian's office. Well, our community's stories are often uncovered, and that's thanks to you, our viewers. We invite you to share your news tips with us. Scan the QR code and you'll be taken to a form where you can submit a tip quickly and easily. Your voice helps keep our community informed and connected. Well, it's that time once again, and in downtown Joplin, Third Thursday is back for its 18th season. This month's theme, as you can see, Waterfest. There were plenty of activities designed to help folks cool off, and the city's premier community event runs every year from March through October, bringing together thousands each month to enjoy art, music, food, and family fun every third Thursday.
My personal favorite part is just us being able to experience the community with it. Like, we can go out there and we can go to an event and meet hundreds and thousands of new people and hear different stories and experience them with them.
If you missed out last night, mark your calendar for the next third Thursday, which is August 21st. And the theme for that one, the dog days of summer. And fair season continues in the 4 states. The Cherokee County Fair welcomed community members for its opening day yesterday. Yesterday morning, 4-H members were busy showing off their hard work and livestock.
When I was younger, my dad asked if I wanted to be in 4-H, and I told him yeah. And then I started off with showing rabbits, and then I wanted to do goats, and now that I'm just having fun with it, so.
The Cherokee County Fair runs through Saturday. And if you're in the mood for some high octane, or in this case, nitromethane entertainment this weekend, MoKan Dragway is celebrating its 63rd anniversary with their 3rd annual Nitro Chaos event. 20 professional racers will light up the drag strip this weekend. Tickets are $20 today and $30 for Saturday. Kids 12 and under get in for free.
We're traditionally the anniversary race. Since the 60th anniversary we started this tradition, so this is the 3rd year in a row for Nitro Chaos to be here at MoKan, and we're delighted to be the headlining act for the big birthday show.
Gates open at 1 p.m. today and 9 a.m. on Saturday. And that's a look at this morning's top stories and weather in our first 7 minutes coming up on the KOAM Morning News. President Trump is now pushing to release the Epstein files and threatens to sue the Wall Street Journal. And we're tracking rain chances for today. We'll have what to expect with Chris Warner in the Skywatch Weather Center. You're watching the KOAM Morning News. We'll be right back. But first, here's a live look from McDonald County Fair in Anderson, Missouri. Well, topping Nation Watch, new developments in the push to release the Jeffrey Epstein files. President Trump has asked his attorney general to get authorization from the court to release grand jury testimony in the case. It comes as the president is also threatening to sue the Wall Street Journal over claims that the president allegedly sent a body letter to Epstein for his 50th birthday. The House overnight approved the administration's request to cut billions of dollars in federal funding from foreign aid and public TV and radio just ahead of today's deadline. Jared Hill has more from New York.
For President Donald Trump, another shift on the Epstein files.
Whatever's credible, she can release.
The president says he's ordered Attorney General Pam Bondi to petition the courts to allow the release of any and all pertinent grand jury testimony related to the case of convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. While Bondi says the DOJ can make the request as soon as today, approval could take some time. Overnight, President Trump also blasted a Wall Street Journal article that claims he sent Epstein a body note for his 50th birthday, featuring a doodle of a naked woman. Online, President Trump called the letter fake, writing, "It's not the way he talks and he doesn't draw pictures," threatening to sue the paper. Over the past few days, President Trump has criticized Republican interest in the Epstein case.
It's all been a big hoax. It's perpetrated by the Democrats, and some stupid Republicans and foolish Republicans fall into the net.
On Capitol Hill, there's been a bipartisan push for transparency.
We obviously want the files released.
Meanwhile, just past midnight, the House passed the White House's rescissions package.
The resolution is adopted,
clawing back more than $9 billion in federal funding for foreign aid, NPR, and PBS.
We thought it was a waste of taxpayer funds.
The policy win amid a moment of medical transparency. The White House says President President Trump has a benign and common vein condition known as chronic venous insufficiency. The diagnosis after getting checked for swelling in his legs. Jared Hill, CBS News.
Well, President Trump's physician says his exam did not reveal any evidence of a more serious condition like deep vein thrombosis or arterial disease. He also maintains that the 79-year-old president is in excellent overall health. Meanwhile, President Trump is expected to sign legislation that regulates cryptocurrency today at the White House. Well, still to come, a Pittsburgh pharmacy is closing one of its locations. Find out what's behind the decision. Plus, Chris returns with another look at your Friday forecast. You're watching the KOAM Morning News. We'll be right back. Well, attendees of a Florida-based summer camp for pediatric cancer patients have been hard at work this week helping others. The kids at One Voice Academy made pillowcases that are delivered to fellow cancer patients who are in Tampa Bay hospitals. Robert Boyd reports.
Oh, dang.
Is this your first time ever sewing a pillowcase?
It was a lot of fun. That was super fun.
13-year-old Aubriana is one of 90 children to attend the One Voice Academy summer camp. The goal is to make kids feel like kids while battling cancer.
I had medulloblastoma, and I was in the hospital for a few months.
There's a lot more isolation to pediatric cancer than we really realize because they can't be around a lot of their friends, their school, birthday parties.
So One Voice founder Marianne Masolio thought, if the kids can't attend camp, then why not bring the camps to the kids? And their siblings are invited too.
It was really exciting to be somewhere where you don't have to worry, don't have to be excluded from other things. There's always a place for you to go, and there's always someone for you to hang out with, and that's really what's special.
We learn together, we bond together, and sometimes it's the first time some of the patients have seen each other in a long time outside the hospital.
This week they were visited by a team of volunteer seamstresses that make up the nonprofit organization Ryan's Case for Smiles Tampa Bay.
So to be able to be here for their summer camp and to see these kids' faces light up, they enjoy working with the sewing machines. If they're old enough and able to, they actually run the machines with our help. If they're not, then we put the gas pedal on the table and we say, "Give me gas, bud!" And they'll hit the gas and actually make the machine go. And they have such a good time.
Not only do the kids get to make their own personalized pillowcases, they're also making cases for children undergoing treatment in 10 Bay Area hospitals.
When you think about a hospital room, it's all the same color. Walls are the same color, the blankets are the same color, the sheets are the same color, pillowcases are the same color. You put that little bit of splash of color in there, that little bit of bright smile to that kid, it means a lot.
One Voice Academy says it's more than just a camp, it's a family. And they are proud to be a voice of the pediatric cancer community.
We're all in this together, and we should all be working together to meet the needs of the family.
Although pediatric cancer is rare, it's the top cause of death by disease after infancy in the U.S., according to the National Cancer Institute. Let's head over now to Chris for a quick look at the forecast.
Yeah, we've got, again, an absolutely beautiful sunrise this morning from our camera at 7th and Rangeline. That's courtesy the storm clouds that are off to our west with some of those scattered storms. We'll have another look at those storms and the heat that's on the way when the KOAM Morning News returns. Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News, 6:21 now on this Friday morning. Skywatch Storm Tracker still showing at least a few showers and thunderstorms out across parts of Kansas and into northeastern Oklahoma. We've got a few decaying showers now around Chanute, north of Erie. We got some heavier rain down around Parsons, Mountain Valley, Edna, Oswego, Chautauqua, Coffeyville, Independence, back toward Caney, Sedan, just north of Chautauqua in Chautauqua County. And a reminder, we do have a flood warning in Chautauqua County until 10 o'clock this morning. So turn around, don't drown if you come across any high water out there. Heavy rain also stretching back through parts of Elk County down into beginning to slowly exit Washington County. But we've got these additional shower storms developing back toward Pawhuska that we want to just see if they can get organized or not. Heavy rain across most of Nowata and Craig counties. And so back toward Veneta, the Will Rogers Turnpike, and stretching up toward Miami, eventually getting in on some of these showers as well. So the challenge we've got this morning is there's some inconsistency inconsistencies on exactly how these storms are going to perform. And honestly, they've been inconsistent even in their performance just this morning. Some model data says they'll last as late as maybe noon, 1 o'clock as they slide east. So they won't just stay in that same spot, but they'll slide slowly east. Others think they'll be done by as early as 11 a.m. Some models think that these storms are going to begin to die out in the next hour or so. So we have to just see exactly how it pans out. You see how this cluster was organized. Thunder, lightning out there, then it began to kind of fizzle out, weaken a bit, and then here in the last few sweeps, you see we're getting back to some heavier rain, some thunderstorm activity, and then we've got these little guys that just keep developing back off to the south and west. We'll have to see if they're able to get organized or not. One of them tried. If you watch right about here, it tried. It kind of started to die out again, but then new development took place back behind it. So again, we'll keep an eye on it. And I do want to emphasize at this time, not anticipating any severe weather, not even any strong storms. The biggest concern is the lightning, because there's plenty of that, and that's dangerous and deadly on its own. And also the heavy rain, because you can see how these storms are just training over and over. They just keep redeveloping right over Chautauqua and Elk counties out there. So that's something else we want to watch as well. So this future track is one of the ones that believes that these storms will be done by 11 a.m. There is, again, that possibility they last until noon or 1. So we'll see, again, how that plays out. One way or the other, though, as we roll into the afternoon, we're going to dry out. Skies are going to be mostly cloudy initially. Then they'll start to gradually clear through the late afternoon into the evening and overnight. Outside of that, we get really hot. And today is hot. Next week is that really hot to potentially dangerous heat as we roll in next week, which will show you on the extended forecast in a moment. Our Saturday, though, gusty southwest winds occasionally pushing to 20. Few clouds here and there, and that's really about it. And that carries on into our Sunday. A few clouds here and there, maybe an isolated pop-up shower or storm, and that's a very low chance as it is. Otherwise, we just got a few clouds, still hot, still a bit breezy. Sunrise looks beautiful thanks to the clouds kind of coming off those storms to the west, giving us some nice colors out here this morning. Mid-70s by 8, low 80s by 11. We're going to keep the scattered storm chances through at least the noon hour. And again, we'll see how these current storms play out. Will be mostly cloudy again into the afternoon. Highs, low 90s. Heat index values today up to 105. Clearing skies through the evening, still in low 80s by 10, mid to upper 70s overnight. We should be about 70 for our low, and around 90, 91 for our average high. So we're going to start climbing well above that. Take a look at these temperatures. Rolling through the weekend into next week, we could get temperatures into the triple digits in the second half of next week, which would then put our heat index values potentially as high as 110. So again, if you're working outdoors, if you're doing anything outside over the next several days, just make sure you're staying hydrated, taking care of yourself, checking on the elderly and children and pets as well. That's a check of your forecast. We're going to toss it over to Elise now with Health Watch.
All right, Chris, thanks. Pittsburgh is closing its location on North Broadway. The owner says the decision didn't come easy, but ongoing struggles tied to pharmacy benefit managers, or PBMs, left her with no other option. We first reported on PBMs back in January, those third-party companies that handle prescription drug plans for insurance providers. But as KOAM's Lonnie Walton reports, many pharmacists argue they do more harm than good, and now that harm is hitting home.
I enjoy working here in the sense of we're all a family for the same end goal.
Mallory Gazaway is a pharmacy clerk at Lindbergh Pharmacy in Pittsburgh. She says she loves working at this independent shop, just like her co-worker Ashley Cross.
We have customers that come in, tell us about their grandkids they just had, their vacations. They know all of us by name.
Ashley and Mallory normally work at 2 locations in Pittsburgh, but according to owner Ashley Wolf, the north location will have to close its doors.
With the PBMs affecting reimbursements and patient choices of where they go, this put a strain on independent pharmacies.
Pharmacist Cody York says these PBMs are money-hungry middlemen.
The profits that originally were going from insurance to pharmacies is now being decreased by that PBM. They're keeping more and more of that share.
Sometimes we get reimbursed with some of these contracts below cost of the medication.
This leaves Dr. York in confusion.
I honestly don't know why they why they're here, why they were even around in the first place.
Wolf says she will still continue to serve her community.
Locations are consolidating to our 909 Centennial location.
So we've been kind of rotating anyways, and so then now it's not going to be so much phone tag as we're all just going to be here together.
And both pharmacist says if you want change, the best thing to do is to speak out about it. Reporting in Pittsburgh, I'm Lonnie Walton, KOAM News.
Says she plans to consolidate her staff to the South Campus for the time being. The North location will close August 1st. Gastrointestinal cancer among people younger than 50 is rising at an alarming rate worldwide. A study published in JAMA found GI cancer, which includes colorectal, pancreatic, gastric, and esophageal cancers, are the fastest growing cancers among young people. While the reasons for the increase are still being studied, major contributors to the disease include obesity, poor diet, sedentary lifestyle, and smoking and alcohol use. Many people are wary about their doctors using AI. A study published in JAMA showed patients' ads from doctors, including some ads that mentioned the doctors use AI. Patients saw the doctors who use AI as less competent, less trustworthy, and less empathetic. The study says doctors need to communicate with patients about how and why they use AI. And cancer patients who get COVID booster shots are hospitalized far less than patients who didn't. The study by Cedars-Sinai Medical Center showed that cancer patients were 29% less likely to be hospitalized or be admitted to the ICU if they got their booster shot. The findings are a reminder that regular COVID vaccines are life-saving for people with weakened immune systems. Now to look at some of today's top health stories. We'll be right back. Right now at 6:30, young builders head to Pitt State to take part in a construction camp.
A nice sunrise for some, thunderstorms for others, and a hot day for all of us. A look at your forecast coming up.
Plus, local and regional libraries gear up for a new read on Carthage native Belle Starr.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News. It's just coming up on 6:32 this morning. I'm Elise Snowy.
And I'm Chris Warner. It's Friday. We made it
Yes.
for another week. We always make it. We make it together. So we thank you for joining us.
How about that?
We've got another round of showers and storms again this morning. And thankfully this time, nothing strong, nothing severe, but we do have some flooding concerns, especially in Chautauqua County as well. We're getting a lot of heavy rain out there, which we will show you in just a moment. But first, a live look from downtown Pittsburgh. And we've got clouds really thickening up because some of these shower storms getting a little closer to the Pittsburgh area. MoDOT camera 20th and 32nd in range line in Joplin, looking pretty good as well. So there's why the clouds are thickening up in Pittsburgh. We got these showers, some thunderstorms out there starting to enter into southwestern Crawford County, so around the McCune area, southwest of Girard. We stretch down, got some rain showing up even as far east as Joplin, but some of this is not actually reaching the ground yet. But this yellow certainly is. Oswego, Chautauqua, Altamont, Edna, around the Parsons area, Coffeyville, Independence. You just keep following 166 or 160 back to the west. You see more of the heavy rain as well stretching into Chautauqua County. We do have a flood warning for Chautauqua County because these storms, they just keep redeveloping over the same area. See, they move east a bit, then they die out, and the new ones fill in right behind it. So that's why we have that flood warning. Got some slightly more organized thunderstorm activity now around the Barnsdall area to the east of Pawhuska into Osage County. A couple little spotty showers around Skiatook out there as well. Heavier rain though, Chelsea and into Veneta, Big Cabin, Newata, Lenapaw, Welch, Miami starting to get in on some heavier showers. Grove, Afton also getting in on this. So one of the forecasting difficulties we're having this morning, and this is, again, I like to be as straightforward with you all as I can. There's not consensus from the computer data on exactly what's going to happen next with these storms. You see, they keep recycling. They're trying to move east, but they just keep recycling. We're starting to see more and more that there is not real rain, but this activity here is, and it's trying to fill into the southwest, but it's not doing a very good job of it. It's trying to move east, but also not doing a very good job of it. So some data suggests these storms will be done in the next hour or so. Some suggest it'll last through 11, and some suggest it'll last through all noon, 1 o'clock. o'clock. So we'll see how long this actually pans out and if these storms can actually start to track east. Otherwise, this future track model thinks the storms end at about 11. So there's just a couple of stray showers out there, mostly cloudy skies into the afternoon. And then we'll start to have gradually clearing skies late afternoon into the evening hours, and it's going to get hot. 72 in Joplin right now, 72 also in Pittsburgh. Our temperature's a little cooler, not by much, but a little cooler than yesterday. We got low mid 70s for most of us, with Monette and Stockton both at average, sitting at 70. We're eventually going to make the upper 70s by 9, mid 80s by noon, and we'll go low 90s for our highs today. South winds 5 to 10, heat index values up to 105. It's going to be hot today. It's been hot. It is going to get even hotter through the weekend and next week. We'll go over those details with you here in just a few more minutes. Elise?
All right, Chris, thanks. Well, regional and public libraries take aim at a new book about Carthage native Belle Starr. Belle Starr, the truth behind the Wild West legend, will hit the shelves of local and regional libraries thanks to an anonymous donation of 250 copies. The author, Michael Wallace, is signing each copy of the donated books. Old hammers, nails, and a drill. Pitt State Camp is teaching kids valuable hands-on construction skills and tool safety. KOAM's Ty Parks takes us to the job site where campers are learning the tools of the trade.
Years ago, Randy Windsor, who does the Adventures in Robotics Camp, and we got together, decided to do one morning camp and one afternoon camp in July, and to make them as much hands-on as possible, because kids today just don't get the exposure to the tools and the hands-on stuff.
Pittsburgh State University construction professor James Otter plans this camp with a very clear purpose in mind.
And so our goal is to teach them about tools, connections, and building things the proper way to make things. So during the first week, our first day is all about safety. They all get a hard hat, safety glasses, and then they learn how to run the tools. We start them with a drill. They have to use an air nailer, they use a jigsaw, they cut things out, they understand how to use things safely.
Hands-on is correct. The campers this week have put together bird houses, dog houses, and a bench.
Our objective is just to help young people have something to do in the summertime and to learn. Like today, I gave him a quiz over tools. Oh my goodness, they knocked it out of the park. They probably knew more tools than most adults do. And that's what we want. We want them to get excited about doing construction, but also feel like they know more about construction.
At Pittsburgh State University, Ty Parks, KOAM News.
Campers will leave with more than just knowledge. They also get to take home their own birdhouse. And that's a look at our top news stories coming up this half hour on the KOAM Morning News. It's Friday, and that means Shannon Becker joins us with his big 3 stories of the week. You're watching the KOAM Morning News. We'll be right back, but first, here's a live look from the McDonald County Fair in Anderson, Missouri. Well, welcome back. We've got Shannon Becker in the studio with his big 3 news stories of the week. Shannon, good to see you.
Good to see you as well. Let's take a look at the big 3 stories this week. Live and local, what's happening where you live. It was over the weekend, about 1:45 early Sunday morning. A fire. No video? Should I wait?
Just keep going.
It'll
pop up.
A fire at Carl Junction, near Carl Junction, on County Road 263. Carl Junction Fire Department arrived, and along with the help from the Webb City Fire Department, the home was already what you call fully involved. So it means really a lot of fire.
Yes.
It did break through the roof, and when it breaks through the roof, that's super bad news, obviously. There was actually nothing left after it burned about 30 minutes.
Wow.
We were there live on the scene that overnight. Nobody was hurt, though, because the house is empty. It had been, excuse me, for that better lack of terms, repossessed by the bank.
Okay.
So no one lived there at the time. So no one was injured. Our number 2 story, Joplin News First, KOAM News Now. A tragic story on Highway 43, just north of Joplin. A man from Pittsburgh lost his life in a motorcycle collision, Kafer Road and Missouri 43. Traffic in front of him was slowing, and not sure why he didn't slow down as much, obviously.
Yes.
Rear-ended the back of a Titan, a Tundra, excuse me, a Nissan Tundra. Yesterday, in fact, they're still continuing that investigation there on Highway 43.
It's that time of year when motorcycles are out. You have to be mindful.
That's the Missouri State Highway Patrol Major Crash Investigation Unit. Our number 1 story, this is a feel-good story. I know a lot of people have been talking about it. It's Sergeant Boo in Newton County. This was on May 15th. A driver, unresponsive, slumped over at the wheel, still moving, and Sergeant Boo jumped out of his moving vehicle and went and stopped the car, checked on the man, and then pulled him out and started CPR.
Unbelievable. Just
And he is
amazing. Incredible.
And the gentleman is recovering.
To realize that's what's happening
Yes. The gentleman is recovering.
Right.
So the only reason we heard about all this excitement, because this probably happens every day, probably.
Sure.
He's been chosen as deputy of the quarter for Newton County Sheriff's Office, and he sent me an email this morning. He's like, so many people have just been giving out the accolades, and he's like, you know, it's just part of what we do. Well, he said he doesn't deserve it, but he said it's just what we do as law enforcement. Really, really neat.
Yes.
Then our bonus story of the week, it might be loud because it's smoking Mocan Dragway. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I like that.
People have said that for 63 years now because they're having their anniversary this weekend. It's Nitro Chaos, which is so cool. You're talking like the real top of the line, major funny cars, drag cars, the loud, cool stuff. And also they've got some other features they're doing this weekend. The Armless Archer will be there.
Yes.
He has an inspiring story that he'll share and stuff. So there's something for the whole family, and it's always a good time at Smokin' Mocan Dragway
Yes, lots
this weekend.
to look forward to there.
That's our bonus,
Exciting.
the big three this week.
Wonderful, Shannon. As always, thank you so much. Happy to have you. Stick around. We'll be right back.
All right, time for some Friday birthdays in the 4 states, and we are going to begin with Kyson Perkins celebrating birthday number 12 today. Happy birthday, says from Aunt Casey. Love you.
And happy 13th birthday to Alexander Schrout in Galena.
And in Frontenac, Abram Frankenberry celebrating birthday number 20 with love from your family.
And happy birthday to Jay Manley, turning 46 in Chanute.
And over in Orma, Howie Camp celebrating birthday number 60. This is actually Daniel Camp's dad. Daniel Camp is our operations manager here, and he's also an actor. He'll be in the upcoming Producers play, and so very cool person. And now I completely understand why, because his dad looks like a very cool person as well. Says, happy birthday, old man. Love you.
And in St. Paul, a happy 70th birthday to Rick Coomies.
And in Chanute, Yvonne Grieve celebrating birthday number 73. Happy birthday.
And in Crestline, happy 78th birthday to Marlene Ruggles. Says here, happy birthday from CCRHS class of 65.
And the gentleman you see before you now is Bob Bunting celebrating birthday number 90 in Chanute. Happy birthday.
And a happy 17th anniversary to Kevin and Mindy Schupbach in Farlington.
And a 43rd anniversary for Tim and Jeanette Crane in Columbus. Very happy anniversary to you.
And happy birthday to Andrew Gedry in Iowa.
And in Erie, Samantha Borer celebrating another year wiser today. Happy birthday.
And in Pineville, happy birthday, Joe Cotton. It says happy birthday from your wife, children, great-grandchildren, and friends.
And in Columbus, Ken Kelly out there with his sunflowers celebrating another year wiser. Happy birthday, Ken.
And in Parsons, twins Robbie Baker and Rob Monty celebrating a birthday today. Happy birthday to the both of you.
And we've got our neighbors in Crestline, Lena and Jeff Royster, celebrating another anniversary together. A very happy anniversary to the Roysters.
And continuing our list with happy birthday to V. Wells in Baxter Springs.
And last but certainly not least, Nancy Peck celebrating a birthday today as well. And of course, if you would like to celebrate with us, Elise has information for you.
Yes, please submit your birthdays and anniversaries to birthdays@koamnews.now.com. Be sure to include those wonderful photos and messages to meet the deadline at the bottom of your screen, and to also please include the date of your celebration when submitting as well.
Absolutely important information there, and we've got some important weather information for you as well. We're going to start with the Skywatch Storm Tracker this morning, and you can see we've got still scattered showers and thunderstorms primarily through southeast Kansas and northeastern Oklahoma. So what we're looking at here is just a bit of a difficulty because there's not a lot of agreement between the computer data this morning as to what exactly these storms are going to do. Now, we're not worried about them becoming strong or severe, but there's not a good guidance on how long they're going to stick around and how far east they're going to make it. So that's just something we're going to have to watch. Right now, they are trying to work into southern portions of southwest Missouri. So you can see around Pineville now, a few showers, and out north of Southwest City, we've got another shower here. So that's just southwest of Anderson. We got more showers working into Miami, Fairland, and eventually into Seneca, Neosho, and Goodman if they can hold east. Grove, you are up next. Veneta, Chelsea, getting some heavier showers, even some thunderstorms out there, stretching back through Nowata and Lenapaw. Then we've got new storm development that has been taking place. We can back this up, and you can see where it's trying to become organized out here around Pawhuska, just to the west of Bartlesville. We do have a flood warning I want to remind everyone of in Chautauqua County, because we backed this up even just 2 hours ago. Storms are moving east, but what the problem is they move east, they're dying, and then they're recycling, redeveloping over the same areas, and so flooding is a concern. The flood warning in Chautauqua County runs through 10 o'clock this morning, so the big thing to remember is turn around, don't drown. We do also have some heavy rain and thunderstorms. Independence, Coffeyville, Mount Valley, Edna, Chautauqua, Oswego, McCune, eventually starting to work into Columbus, Baxter Springs, and maybe even into Pittsburgh and Girard if this activity can hold. Now back to the south and west, we also have additional showers and storms out there. So the one I was just going to point out, this right here is not actually there. That is just a little bad echo from the radar. That's why it doesn't move. But around Ponca City, down south of Stillwater towards Chandler, and to the west of Begg, southwest of Tulsa, we have those little showers and storms trying to develop. And you can see they're trying to lift east-northeast, but storms out in that zone have been having a bit of a hard time getting together and staying. And you can kind of see the same thing, the same complex here. It moves, it develops, moves east, it fizzles out, more moves east, fizzles out, more develops, moves east. So that's why, again, the computers are having a hard time determining just how far east these storms, these showers and storms are going to make it. Some of them think that they're going to really die down and be done in the next, let's see, it's 6:50, next hour or so. Some think they'll make it maybe through late morning, say 11, maybe even noon. Some think it'll be until 1. So we'll see what they'll do. We'll see how long they last. But at least through Kansas and Oklahoma, we're getting the storms now, and they are going to stick around for at least a little while longer. So again, if you're traveling west, just make sure you're keeping that in mind as well. This particular future track is one of the ones that thinks these storms wrap up by about 11:30 this morning, leaving us with just a few isolated showers by noon. Otherwise, we'll have mostly cloudy skies. Now, that's one consistency, is as we head later into the afternoon, it's mostly cloudy. We start to get hot. We'll start to have gradual clearing of the skies as well by late evening and into the overnight hours. For our Saturday, just a few clouds, hot, breezy, southwest winds gusting upwards of 20 miles an hour. And that will again continue into our Sunday. Maybe not necessarily the same gusty winds, but just a few clouds here and there. Maybe an isolated pop-up shower or storm. It is a very low chance, but at least it's there. It's going to be hot enough, muggy enough for sure. Otherwise, again, just a few clouds here and there. Clouds again now thickening up in Joplin. So we're going to go ahead, at least at this point, and leave scattered storm chances through the morning. We're going to hold on to them until noon. Again, we'll see how this plays out, but we're looking at maybe at least through noon. Mid-70s by 8, low 80s by 11 o'clock this morning. We're going to have another look at your forecast and your wake-up recap in just a moment. And when we switch over to Fox 14 at 7 a.m., or if you just hang out with us here on KOAM Plus, we're going to tell you about some visitors in London that are checking out something a bit more fashionable at their local libraries.
This is your wake-up recap for July 18th. The top stories to start your day. The Lindbergh Pharmacy is closing its location on North Broadway in Pittsburgh. The owner says the decision didn't come easy, but ongoing struggles tied to pharmacy benefit managers, or PBM, left her with no other option. Brandy Wolf says she plans to consolidate her staff to the South Campus for the time being. The North location will close on August 1st. Well, early yesterday morning, fire crews in the Kansas City area performed 18 water rescues for people stranded in their vehicles. Since late Wednesday, more than 5 inches of rain have fallen across Kansas City, marking one of the wettest days on record in July. No injuries have been reported. And Mocan Dragway is celebrating its 63rd anniversary with their 3rd annual Nitro Chaos event. 20 professional racers will light up the drag strip this weekend. Tickets are $20 for today and $30 for Saturday. Kids 12 and under get in for free. Gates open at 1 p.m. on Friday and 9 a.m. on Saturday. That's a check of today's Wake Up Recap.
And we've got scattered showers and thunderstorms, at least for some of us, through the morning hours. Mid 70s by 8, low 80s by 11. Should be done by about noon or so, maybe a little earlier. Low 90s today and heat index values up to 105. Gradually clearing skies later this evening and overnight, still well above average into the mid to upper 70s. And as we head into tomorrow, gusty southwest winds, hot out there, mid 90s, heat index values to 105. And yeah, your eyes are not deceiving you. Next week could have triple digits for our highs in some places, with heat index values climbing as high as 110. So we're really settling into those dog days of summer. Really got to stay hydrated and stay safe out there.
Well, coming up today at noon, we're making secret tempura combo in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
And your morning news continues on KOAM with CBS Mornings. Summer travel has been a nightmare for flyers. Coming up, Chris Van Cleve talks with one frustrated passenger who says the airlines need to be more accountable.
Or you can switch on over with us on Fox 14, where your only local morning news continues. This morning, Matt Stutzman joins us in the studio with an invitation to the MoCan Dragway anniversary celebration.
And Shannon Becker will be back with his big 3 news stories of the week. However, that's going to wrap it up for us on this finally Friday in the 4 states. We'll be back here Monday morning at 5 a.m.
And we'll see you today at noon.